get some more people to come. You know, sir, these young people are from there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to the IHC annual lecture by former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I would now request Hemlata, a student of the Habitat Learning Center, to present a bouquet to Dr. Kalam. Before we begin, request you all to please switch off your mobile phones. Photographers are requested not to come close to the stage, and videographers may only occupy the last row. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem to be presented by the students of Habitat Learning Center. I would now request Mr. Kiran Karnik, President, India Habitat Center, to deliver the welcome address.
Dr. Kalam, former President of India, Mr. Kakkar, Director IHC, ladies and gentlemen, my young friends from our learning center and from many other parts of Delhi, welcome to this very special evening. It's indeed an exceptional pleasure for us to host Dr. Kalam for the Habitat Annual Lecture. This is a series of lectures where we get the most distinguished people to come and share their thoughts with us. And it's indeed a privilege for the Habitat Center today to have Dr. Kalam amongst us. Dr. Kalam is many things to many people. All of you know him very, very well. Even those who don't know him personally know him very well. He's been referred to as various things which indicate what he's done and what people look at him as. He's been known as the Missile Man, but more importantly, he's been known as the People's President, somebody who's so close to the people and who created a very special relationship between the presidency and the people of this country. So, special pleasure to have him amongst us today for this lecture. I want to move on to the lecture immediately, but Dr. Kalam, if I may, rather than introducing you, which would be completely foolish, everybody knows you, I just want to spend a moment to tell you about the audience you have here. We have members of our governing council of the Habitat Center. We have a number of distinguished and invited guests. We also have a lot of young people. These are from the Habitat Learning Center, where they go through courses on computers and on special skills, which includes functional English. We have people who go through our part-time courses from our extension centers, which are around Delhi and different parts of Delhi, including the very far-flung parts of Delhi. And we have people, young people, who have just come here because they want to come and hear you. This hall, as you can see, is full. We have got special arrangements outside, knowing that we are going to overflow, and that also is full. So it's a bit of an embarrassment for us to have such a crowd and no place for them. But I think it indicates the popularity of both the former president and the fact that he's going to share his thoughts with us today. So again, a very warm welcome to you, Dr. Kalam. I just want to take a few minutes just to say welcome to you to the Habitat Center. This is a platform where we try to do a lot of activities in the sphere of culture, intellectual activity, arts and music, and promote things of relevance to the country. And nothing could be more appropriate than to have you here, sir, for this annual lecture. With that, may I invite Dr. Kalam to share his thoughts with us. I just want to say before he starts that something which is not so common in such lectures, Dr. Kalam, in his usual style, has been very kind and said that he will even take a few questions in the end. So as you listen to him, please think of what you want to ask. We have a few mics around for audience questions at the end. But right now, Dr. Kalam.
Friends, good evening to all of you. Before I begin my lecture, I thought of sharing one experience, very interesting experience. That's why I must share with a lot of young fellows from the Learning Center. So when I see a lot of young fellows, I thought of sharing with you. You know, I'm a professor at Peking University at Beijing. Peking University at Beijing, China. So in November, I took over as a professorship. Before going, I put a Twitter in my Twitter to all the young fellows. I told them, I'm going to China to teach for a few weeks. I would like to give a message from Indian youth. Do you guys have any message? I put it through my Twitter. Within few minutes, I got hundreds of messages from young fellows and Indians in India, abroad also. So after all the messages, one very impressive. That name of the guy who sent a message out of hundreds, Parthiban Subramanian, is a 28 years old fellow living and studying in Cheongju, South Korea. In his message for Chinese youth, highlighted our common identity as citizen of the earth. How he puts it, he says, Subramaniam says, our address, human being in our passport earth. The moment, he says, Subramaniam says from South Korea, the moment man lands on Mars, our passports, we will be united by earth in the address of our passports. Not nation, earth will be the address. Now we have the age, Subramaniam says, now we have the age, energy, opportunity. Let us try to make food, peace, accessible to every fellow youth. We can puts it, care of address earth. Do you follow what he said? All of you follow? See, that means the man lands on the Mars. A big milestone going to be there. The milestone, our address will transform into earth. Okay? So that's a beautiful thought. Is it not true, friends? We share common identity of humanity and no bond stronger than the common force. Of course, a lot of problem. This transcends all borders of religion, normally, region, nationality. Of course, we have seen last few months, we saw terror incidents across Indian Ocean, in Sydney and another Peshawar, Pakistan, just followed by incident in Paris and Nigeria. We saw how, while the forces of hatred tried to use innocence to divide us, the whole world stood in condemnation of actions and grief for the innocent victims, reverberated across the globe. As citizens of the world trying for peace, it would be our collective task to ensure that our common bonds are strengthened, whether by policy, by products, by people, or by ideas. These common bonds of humanity, that what Subramaniam has indicated, overcome the forces. I started like Dr. Karin Karnik, President IHC, all the members of the IHC and the students, distinguished guests. Friends, I am indeed delighted to see all of you first and deliver the annual lecture of India Habitat Center, IHC. My greeting to the members of IHC, professional students of Learning Center, and distinguished guests. I was happy to learn that India Habitat Center has a mission of finding solution in area of the environmental, regional planning, energy efficiency, appropriate technology option, transport and communication, lifestyle choices, socio-cultural engages, and information technology. Every area you are concerned. Friends, I am happy to know that India Habitat Center, established in 1993, has completed 21 years of existence and starting 22nd year. What does this mean? I was asking myself. I know, friends, we know that when the Earth completes one full orbit around the Sun, it takes how much time? 1 year it takes. That means this India Habitat Center has orbited around the Sun 21 times, and it is a 22nd orbit. My hearty congratulations. Keeping this in mind, I would like to share, friends, young friends, and experienced friends, few thoughts on the topic. The topic I have selected, evolution of a great nation. That's a real topic. But you need prosperity and you need a value system. The value system normally we don't bother, isn't it? Or we bother? We should bother because 21st century needs value system. Then only we can succeed. So I will start with the dynamics of society initially. Nations of the world are nearly all societies have expanded and survived for centuries on conflicts. Every century you will find conflict. Every decade there will be a conflict, human conflicts, be it national, regional, and global. Many conflicts in spite of United Nations. Many conflicts have been for territory, love of territory. Natural resources is going to become a big issue, and living spaces for the expanding population. But that's not all. Conflicts have also expanded the name of ideology, diversification, and beliefs. Present day conditions. But what next? There is an element of frustration among nations and their citizens about these conflicts and the people who like to live in peace. If you go into details, I have come to the conclusion that every nation needs a mission. Carefully hear me. I have come to the conclusion that every nation needs a mission bigger than its people, beyond its national boundaries. Can we evolve and present a greater vision where the nation will be busy and committed, work globally, regionally, and nationally, resulting in conflict-free, peaceful, prosperous societies of the world? What is the one cause? I was asking myself. You can also answer that. What is the one cause which will unite regions, nations, and the world and facilitate a harmonious living with certain prosperity? Can you guess? What is the one cause which will unite the regions? You know what's the problem today in the world. What is the one cause which will unite regions, nations, and the world and facilitate a happy, harmonious living and certain prosperity. One simple answer is not possible, okay? But how to make it possible? That's what I'm going to talk to you. I would like to present my experience of evolving one such vision which will unify many nations to come together and work for the sustainability of the earth and humanity. Sustainability of earth and humanity. Sustainability of the earth and humanity. That is, the evolution of a planet Earth with clean energy drawn from the solar power. I am advocating solar power, not the fossil fuel. Drawn from the solar power, both from terrestrial and space-based system. This is a huge program of 25 years can be called World Knowledge Platform to multiple nations together and work for sustainable earth with clean energy. Sustainable earth and clean energy. Don't you think it's a very important task? Yes or no? So I am working for, through World Knowledge Platform, sustainable energy, that is solar power. Solar power can be, India is blessed with 90% of 8 hours radiation of the sun. Of course, if you go to geosynchronous orbit, 30,000 kilometers above, you get 24 hours sun radiation. That's why solar power satellite also is possible. The huge program of 25 years can be called World Knowledge Platform to bring a multiple nations together and work for a sustainable earth with clean energy like solar power. A sustainable earth also needs great sustainable power. Sustainable earth also needs great citizens, great human beings with righteousness in the heart. Now, friends, a lot of young fellows are here. You see, even prosperity, let the prosperity come. No poverty in India, now about 300 million people below poverty line out of 1 billion people. Suppose by 2020, another 5 years' time, the poverty will reduce almost zero. That means employment potential through providing urban amenities in rural area and education for capacity building. All this we can do. But for sustainability of our country, what we need is righteousness in the heart. Do you agree or no? Agreed? Oh, your voice is very good. Now, in that case, you repeat with me. Repeat with me, okay? All of you young fellows at least. Or people think they are young, they can also repeat. Okay? Where, you are not eaten for 3 days, where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is character, there is harmony in the home. Harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. Order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. Did you see, friends? One thing, I don't know whether you simply repeat or you understood. But one thing I want to tell you, where there is a righteousness in the heart, that is an important statement. Who will give the righteousness in the heart? Only up to 17, age 17 you can get. Afterwards difficult, okay? Up to age 17. Only 3 people give. Who are they? Father, mother, teacher. 50 marks you got out of 100. If you want by 100, repeat with me. Repeat with me. You repeat, you guys get up. Father, mother, in a spiritual environment. In a spiritual environment. And great primary school teacher. Okay. So friends, now I have told you what is the sustainable India, that is prosperity without poverty. Also I said it is not sufficient condition. We need character. We need value system. Up to that value system, responsibility, not the government won't give you the value system, will it? It will never give the value system. It can give you employment probably, good government. Okay? But value system will be given father, mother in a spiritual environment. Father, mother, spiritual, and the great primary school teacher. That guy is a very good human being. And I tell you about my primary school teacher. His name is Subramania Iyer. Primary school I studied, none of you were in even idea form. 1941, British India. British were ruling India. At that time, I was the primary school, okay? 41, I was a 10-year boy, 41. And their teacher, Subramania, will come to the board, blackboard, okay? When he walks to the blackboard, he radiates knowledge. He radiates because he's a scholar in Sanskrit, he's a scholar in Tamil, he's a very learned man in science. Okay? So he was radiating the knowledge. Any good teacher will radiate knowledge, okay? But he was radiating purity of life. Purity of life was radiating because he was a Gandhian. In all terms, in home, in school, everywhere, he was following Mahatma Gandhi. Simplicity to the core. What more you want as a student, 10-year boy, 5th class student? What more you want? Too much of books you want? My teacher himself message, the primary school test. I wish all of you to have to your children have such great teachers. Okay? Okay? Okay, friends. Now let me come to the topic. So far I was deviating from the topic. Now let me discuss about breakthrough made by our space community. I am from space community. Your chairman also space community. Kiran Karnik also space community. And many of you will be here. So I thought of telling something, our space community, what he has achieved. Many of you know, but I thought of recall. First, in September 2014, last year, India became the only nation, very rare, India became the only nation to successfully launch a Mars mission on its maiden attempt when it inserted Mars orbiter mission in the Martian orbit. After going millions of kilometers passing through. My friends in Indian Space Research Organization tell me that all the 5 scientific payloads they had were switched on and health is normal, including high voltage on 2 of the payloads. The Mars color camera has been sending beautiful pictures, I saw that, which are very good resolution. Our camera has a large field of view, about 5 degree by 5 degree, and because that the whole MOM was high, we could get the complete disk picture with high resolution of Mars. I asked my friends, scientific friends in ISRO, whether they face any challenge during their Mars mission, because we are all trained to find out the problems and how did we solve the problem. That is one of the characteristics of the space fellows, they want to know the problems. They told me, the scientists of my community, that is scientific community, space fellows told me that one such problem which occurred when comet is called C2013, comet A1 was passing near the planet Mars. To protect our spacecraft, ISRO scientists turned the orbit such that spacecraft was behind the planet Mars. when the comet appears, so that comet will not, that radiation will not affect the electronics. Thus, in all scientific mission, unforeseen troubles may arise, but a great scientist uses his or her innovation thinking to counter such challenges. Friends, young friends, as you all know, India's successful mission to Mars was preceded by the successful voyage of Indian Space Research Organization to the Moon 2008, when it discovered presence of water on the lunar surfaces. India is now planning a much bigger Chandrayaan-2 with an indigenous rover and lander using GSLV by 2016 or 2017, next year to next year. Now, I go to from our type of society what we live. Let me now discuss about the societal transformation which we are witnessing. I am going to talk to you growth of knowledge society, because we are all in the midst of knowledge society. During the last century, the world has undergone a change from agriculture society, where manual labor was the critical factor, now to industrial society, where the management of technology, capital and labor provided in competitive advantage. Then the information era was born in the last decade, where connectivity and software products are driving the economy of a few nations. In the 21st century, the present century, a new society emerging, where knowledge is the primary production resource instead of capital and labor. Knowledge become the knowledge society is powered by innovative capacity. Efficient utilization of this existing knowledge can create comprehensive wealth of the nation, and we have seen some nations are like that, and also improve the quality of life in the form of a better health, education, infrastructure, other social indicators. The ability to create and maintain the knowledge infrastructure, develop knowledge workers, and enhance their productivity through creation, growth, using new knowledge will be a key factor in deciding the prosperity of this knowledge society. Whether a nation has arrived at a stage of knowledge society is judged by the way of the country effectively deals with knowledge creation, knowledge deployment in all sectors like IT, industry, agriculture, healthcare. Now, let me elaborate from knowledge society. I am going to elaborate on prevailing global conditions. You are interested? Yeah, you are interested. So, now let me elaborate prevailing global condition, because we belong to the globe, planet Earth, which is a matter of concern to political system, societal system, industrial system also. Now, in the recent scenario of a global economic turbulence, both in USA and Europe, to some extent every nation had a part in it, I reflected on the question, is a new system is emerging, some new system emerging. Many recent events came before my mind. All of you are aware how scientists from India and USA had been receiving a valuable data from their payloads being flown in Indian Chandrayaan, which had been successfully placed into orbit and then lunar orbit through a complex orbit maneuvers. In a unique partnership, there is another program, in a unique partnership between India and Russia, investing about $300 million each, $150 million. They have built what's called a supersonic BrahMos cruise missile, has been realized and available for both countries for global market. The business has become $7 to $10 billion, $300 million investment, but business have gone to the about $7 to $10 billion. We have seen international experts partnering the Indian agriculture scientists, administrators and farmers when they brought about the first green revolution And they continue to engage the discussion to meet the current challenges. Today, major Indian software firms and many entrepreneurs for India are part of the software progress. Our friend Chairman Karnik is well aware of it, now through NASCOM, the part of the software progress of the world. In manufacturing sector, we hear Indian companies are acquiring companies from other parts of the world. Of course, we have to advance in a big way in the manufacturing sector. We are seeing how the world leaders are valuing India's opinion as a champion of South Asia, both on regional and international issues. Now, I want an experience I thought of share with you. When I was traveling in a non-stop flight for aircraft from Delhi to Chicago, 16 hours, 15.5 hours, I was told that the captain asked me, why not you come to my place and see all my control system? He was very willing to explain. And he told much of his controls were software driven, mostly probably developed in India and some other country. When I presented my credit card, I was told in USA, I was told that it was being processed in the backend server located in Mauritius. When I walked into software development, house in Bangalore, when I walked into software development house in Bangalore, number of places are there, I was fascinated to find that truly presented a multicultural environment when I visited their lab. A software developer from China, working under a project leader from South Korea, working with a software engineer from India, and a hardware architect from the US, and a communication expert from Germany, all were working together to solve a banking problem in Australia. See, it's very interesting, isn't it? What a message. What a message do we get from these events? Many such occurrences in the present and past decade. Do they not indicate a new world order is emerging? Technology has made world to come together. For the past few months, I had several opportunities to meet with world leaders in technology, economy, academia from Israel, UK, USA, Europe, India, and my own country, and other countries like India. The outcome of the discussion led to the interesting possibilities for taking education forward in a borderless world. During my visit to UK some time back, I addressed the World Youth Congress in Liverpool, UK, where I interacted with the youth from many countries. Irrespective of their nation, there was a resonance in thinking. When I interacted with them and the discussion, there was a resonance in thinking, how are we going to live in a peaceful and prosperous world? See, I have myself, last 2 decades in India, I have met about 19.5 million youth. They are the age group of 14 to 22. Now the message, wherever I go, they want to live a prosperous world and a peaceful world. This is the youth requirement, whether it's Liverpool World Congress or India, Indian youth. The issue is, how are we going to live in peaceful and prosperous world? You are also thinking in the same way. We in India are working for a developed nation by 2020, another 5 years' time, whether India can become an economically developed nation. All our governments, if they concentrate 5 years, definitely 300 million people, 1/3 of the population below poverty line can be pushed up. But what is the resource for that? Resource our youth. We have 650 million youth. Ignitement of the youth is the most powerful resource on the earth, above the earth, under the earth. And then small scale industries and agriculture and big electronic industries. If we push that, definitely employment potential will increase, and the capacity of youth will increase, and poverty-free India is possible. You want to live in such type of India? Yeah. Now we in India, I am sure the experience gained from the sixth of global population, in case 1 billion people become prosperous with value system, citizens value system, and will be valuable for the entire world if we perform. We have to perform. Now let me now talk about the current state of the national economy, because I am talking the future. Let me come to the current problem. India is today, from the GDP angle, they are saying we are the third largest economy in terms of GDP. Indian economy growing at the average, as you all know, 9% per annum in 2009, up to 2009. Then following the US originated crisis, Indian economy, of course our own crisis also created, that Indian economy, then in the Indian economy got affected due to global economic turbulence. Nevertheless, it grew about 7% in 2009. In 2010, the GDP growth once again started reaching 9%. Then in 2011, again with the Europe originated, this time Europe originated, our own Indian originated crisis, adding to the turbulence, the economy slowed down, but nevertheless it grew at 6.9% GDP. The slowdown became more pronounced in 2012, last 2013, partially attributed to the currency rate crisis, and the economy grew at 4.7 and 4.5% in 2012-2013 respectively. In the year 2014, that is last year, the GDP growth of India was 5.6%, expected to rise 6.7%, long way to go to 9 to 10%. If you want to become economically developed, our GDP growth has to be minimum 9%. Now the two trends emerge here. First, India is resilient to economy when it comes to the dependence of external factor as shown 2008-2010. However, Indian economy has its own domestic factors of dependence, largely due to trade deficits, which can undermine the growth rates. Now what we do? Now the education and economic development, I am going to talk to you next 5 to 10 minutes, okay? Next 5 to 10 minutes you can tolerate. Oh, good guys you are all. I was asking myself, what type of innovation is needed to enrich the Indian economy in the present circumstances? Like you are also having the similar question. I had discussion on the subject with many experts. It came to light that the Indian economy is our analysis, that the Indian economy will be less affected due to the world financial crisis of USA or Europe. This is due to number one, if you don't agree, you have to tell me. Due to number one, liberalization of process in India has its own checks and balances consistent with unique social requirements of the country. Second one, the Indian banking system has always been conservative, which has prevented the crisis. Okay, good thing you can say that. Third one, Indian psyche is generally saving oriented. Living within the means is a part of the mindset. Of course, our middle class, 300, 400 million population, their economy, they are stabilization of the economy. Now friends, with the Indian, now however at the same time, India's trade deficits, which is excess of imports over exports, is a matter of concern. And last year it stood $190 million. The major factor behind this is the import of crude oil, is about $170 billion, or 87% of the total trade deficit is followed by import of gold. This financial year, the number is expected to reduce as a result of the falling global oil prices, but it will not be a phenomena. It will, for some time, it will exist. This is the time Technological innovation has to be encouraged. Thinking, regenerate particularly agriculture, rural sector where 600 million people live. And rural sector through value addition. Small and medium scale industries need more attention and the enterprise here for making higher levels of contribution to the GDP. I foresee possibilities of creating new markets through rural potential and employment, giving rise to interesting possibilities of public-private community partnership and international partnership. Above all, we need effective policy alignments to suit the condition. All the scientists and technologists have to work in appropriate region-specific rural technologies to transform Indian rural sector into a vibrant socio-economic entity. This should spur exports and rely on the non-oil imports. Another area which of course needs to be pursued, the area of energy independence, which is my favorite area, which means freedom from fossil fuel. That's how I started, by setting a mission mode program in hydro, solar, nuclear, biofuels and wind power. We need to set 100% energy independence target by the year 2030 to create an economy which is not burdened by the weight of our energy demands. Friends, now let me give my visualization, particularly for the young population, young people who have assembled here. Now let me give my visualization of India during 2020. We are 2015, another 5 years' time. If you all work and the government pushes this point, definitely something good thing will happen. Distinctive problem of the nation, a nation where the rural and the urban divide has to reduce to a thin line. 600,000 villages we have. 700 million people, 70% of the people live in the rural area. That's why I propagated idea what's called PURA, providing urban amenities in the rural area. A nation where the equitable distribution and adequate access to energy and quality water. A nation where the agriculture, industry, service sector work together in symphony. A nation where education value system is not denied to any meritorious candidates because of societal or economic discrimination. Where the poverty has been totally eradicated, illiteracy removed, and crimes against women and children are absent, none in the society feels alienated. This is the society we should visualize. A nation that is one of the best places to live in and is proud of its leadership. How do you do that? How do you do that? To achieve the distinct problem for India, we have the mission of transforming India into an economically developed nation. We have identified 5 areas where India has a core competence for integrated action. Agriculture, our farmers are doing well. But food processing, value addition, we have to do very important. Education, healthcare, particularly women education in our country, very important. Healthcare will come automatically. Then information communication technology connecting 600,000 villages through satellite communication or fiber optics communication. Reliable and quality electric power, self-reliance, critical technology. These 5 areas are closely interrelated. If progressed in a coordinated way, will lead to food, economic and national security, achieving energy independence. Now friends, I don't know whether I can talk about this, because I started with you the value system, righteousness in the heart. Where there's a righteousness in the heart, there's a beauty in the character. I am promoting what the idea called profit with integrity. Profit with integrity. Friends, as many of you as students are also here, let me share an important thought with all of you. Profit with integrity leads to sustained growth, according to me. How it possible? We need to have a national ethics for sustained growth and peace. Where from starts? I am starting like this. A nation, if you can always say different thing. If you have an idea, you tell me. According to me, nation has to have ethics in all its tasks for sustained economic prosperity and peace. This is the assumption. Now, if nations to have ethics, society has to promote ethics and value system. Society has to promote ethics and value system. If society is to have ethics and value system, families should adhere to ethics and value system. You agree? If families have to get involved with ethics and value system, parenthood should have inbuilt ethics. It becomes a spiritual home. Then parental ethics come from great learning, value-based education, creation of a clean environment that leads to the righteousness in the heart, which I started. Let us all resolve. We will carry this message to our home, family, business, state, and the nation. I hope you will do it. If you don't do, I'll catch you. Oh, okay. Now, economic development. Now, next, I'm going to work with you now. You can't be silent. Economic development, competitiveness, and creative leadership. I'm trying to combine. What is that? Economic development, competitiveness, and creative leadership. I'm starting the economic development, end with the creative leadership. New thoughts, okay? Now, I don't know whether young fellows will work with me now. Let me discuss the linkage between national economic development and creative leadership. First, I am starting. A nation's economic development is powered by competitiveness. Powered by competitiveness. Now, competitiveness is powered by, can you guess? Competitiveness is powered by, yes, knowledge power. Almost you are right, knowledge power. The knowledge power is powered by, can you guess? Technology and innovation. Technology and innovation is powered by, I can develop technology, innovation I can have, money I need, is it not? Technology innovation is powered by resource investment. Resource investment. Resource investment is powered by return on investment. All management experts will know return on investment. Now, return on investment is powered by revenue. How much you earn? Revenue is powered by volume and repeat sales. Volume and repeat sales is powered by customer loyalty to the product. Customer loyalty is powered by quality value of products. Quality and value of products is powered by employee productivity and innovation. Employee productivity, innovation. We have to work for it. Employee productivity is powered by employee loyalty. Employee loyalty is powered by employee satisfaction. Now, employee satisfaction is powered by working environment. Working environment is powered by management innovation. Management innovation is served by creative leadership. Where did I start? I started economic development. I landed to creative leadership. So, for success, the message you want to give you, for success in all mission, it is essential to have creative leaders. Every field. Politics also need creative leaders. Science also, everywhere. And also, creative leadership means the exercise. What is the meaning? Creative leadership means the exercising. The will to change the traditional role from the commander to coach. Creative leader is not a commander. He is a coach. Or she is a coach. Manager is not a manager. She is not a manager. Manager to mentor. From director to delegator. From one who demands respect to one who facilitates self-respect. For enhancing the enterprise value, we need a large number of creative leaders throughout the country, every field. The teacher who is teaching should be a creative leader. The family man, head of the family, or head the lady, the creative lady, creative father, creative mother. So, friend, finally, I would like to conclude. How do I conclude? Qualities of leadership. Finally, I said creative leadership. How do you establish the quality of the leadership? For instance, I have seen my myself. My friend Karnik also is aware of it. I have seen 3 dreams which taken shape as a vision, mission, realization. One is space program. I worked there for 20 years, space program. The first India satellite launch vehicle, my team worked on that. We succeeded. Space program, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. Second is Agni program for DRDO, Defense Research Development Program. It reached 2,000 kilometers. We are very happy, becoming a national mission. Third one, what is called PURA. This you may not heard about it. PURA means providing urban amenities rural area, becoming a national mission. It's going to become a big national mission. Of course, these 3 programs succeeded in the midst of many challenges and problems. I have worked in all these 3 areas. I would like to convey to you, young fellows and experienced people, what I have learned on leadership from these 3 programs. Number one, I learned leader must have a vision. Day-to-day problem he will not handle. He must have a vision, 20 years. Vikram Sarabhai, when in his 70s, he can imagine there will be a geosynchronous orbit. We have to have hundreds of transponders. Today it is there. So leader must have a vision. Leader must have a passion to accomplish the mission, like our metro, Delhi metro. Metro man, he has had a passion to accomplish the mission. Leader must be able to travel into unexplored path. All leaders throughout the world, successful leaders, unexplored path. You see this light, just look up, don't look down. Look at the light. Whom do you remember when you see the light and bulb? Whom do you remember? Thomas Alva Edison, do you remember? That guy, when he was a young fellow, he was using oil lamp and candles. And he came across the, and electricity, how to generate. Of course, before him the discovery was there, but he used the electricity to make this. When the telephone bell rings, whom do you remember? Alexander Graham Bell. You know how he discovered Alexander Graham Bell, do you know? I went to his university and in Ireland and in Scotland, and Edinburgh University. There they told me a story. The story is, as a young boy, he cannot communicate his mother and wife. So he wanted a device, Alexander Graham Bell. That device, he made a big device. He can communicate loudly to his mother and wife. But that became a telephone. Now all of you has got one telephone. India has got 900 million telephones. Isn't it? 900 million fellows, 9 out of billion, 900 million people have got. So I am saying leader must be able to travel in unexplored path. All these people, they travel unexplored path. Leader must know how to manage success and failure. Easy. Success management, the easiest thing to do in life. Everybody is happy. But failure occurs. Failure, I have seen. My first launch was a failure. And the failure occurred. You have to learn and learn. And you should not become the captain of the problem and captain of the situation. You should become the captain of the problem, defeat the problem and succeed. This is what I learned. When a failure occurs, you have to become captain of the problem, defeat the problem and succeed. So a leader must have courage to take this every day in a project program. Hundreds of decisions you have to take. Some go mad also, bad also. But you have to take decision. Have the courage. And then leaders should have a nobility in management. Nobility in management. Every action of the leader should be transparent. Leaders should work with integrity, succeed with integrity. One message, all young fellows, can you carry today? Message, I will, repeat with me, I will work with integrity and succeed with integrity. Then India will become prosperous. Then everything possible. So, one great quality we should acquire, I will work with integrity and succeed with integrity. Friends, India should transform into economically developed nation by the year 2020. That means our citizen can live in green. What does it mean? India 2020, another 5 years. How the India will look like? According to me, that means our citizen can live in a green, clean environment without pollution, having prosperity without poverty, peace without fear of war, and a happy place to live for all citizens of the nation. This is my dream. I am sure the 8th dimension of creative leadership which I talked just now will be foundation for our talented human power that will transform India into a performing nation. India into performing nation. Indeed, India Habitat Center, when I'm in the India Habitat Center, great designer has done this. India Habitat Center can play a major role in this transformation by equipping the nation in multiple fields, the best human power with great quality of what can I give. I will work with integrity and succeed with integrity. What can I give? What is the opposite of what can I give? What can I? What can I? What can I take? That's a dangerous one. What can I take? Dangerous one. So what can I give? What can I? What can I give? Repeat with me. What can I give? What can I give? So I will work with integrity and succeed with integrity, and what can I give? If you carry this message, my job is over. So once again, let me greet all of you. My best wishes to all the members of India Habitat Center and others success in their mission of providing the best talent who will use their ideas, mind power for better India, better way. May God bless you all, friends. Please sit down, please sit down. How many questions, sir, I can take? 4 questions, 4 or 5 questions. Please sit down, sit down. You guys sit down first, okay? I will ask you, okay? Okay, you guys get up. Okay. I thought one guy get up, 10 guys getting. Yes, get up. No, that fellow. Sit down. Sit down.
सर मैं हिंदी में बोलूँगा। सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि सर आपने किस प्रकार विषम परिस्थितियों में किस इतना लंबा सफ़र तय किया, तो मैं उन लाखों करोड़ों हिंदुस्तानी जो गरीब और ऐसे गरीब परिस्थितियों के विद्यार्थी हैं उनको आप कैसे क्या बताना चाहते हैं कि आप अपना लक्ष्य प्राप्त कर सकते हैं?
My friend, fantastic question you asked. Very good. Sir, 1 minute. You asked a question, I am answering, okay? Now, answer is, see, there is no one in the world succeeded without problem, okay? There will be always some problem. But problem should not become your master. You should become a master of the problem, defeat the problem and succeed, okay? Yeah. Get up. Get up. That fellow, get up. Yeah. Sit down. That's the next. I'm in the middle now.
Very good evening, sir. I'm Ganesh. And my question is, sir, as a youth of India, what we can do regularly as a daily task for this development of this?
What are you doing now?
I'm an IAS aspirant, sir.
Eh?
IAS aspirant, sir.
IAS aspirant. See, I personally believe if you are in the school or college or work, you do perfectly at that, okay? If you do perfect work, you do, okay? And everything, country will progress.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Get up. Okay, get up.
Good evening, sir. Sir, before asking...
What are you doing?
Sir, I'm a company secretary and a law graduate.
Company secretary, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Law graduate.
Yeah, I'm a law graduate.
What law you specialize, criminal or civil?
Sir, I'm a law graduate and I'm pursuing...
Studying law.
No, sir, I've studied. I'm a law graduate and I'm pursuing as a company secretary. I'm a trainee here.
Yeah, okay, company.
And I'm pursuing LLM and...
What is the question?
What, sir?
Question.
Question. Oh, sir, before asking any question, I have a one humble request if you can fulfill, please. Sir, I just want to come and touch your feet once, sir. Please, it's my dream.
No problem. At the end, yes.
At the end, sir, promise?
Yeah,
And, but I have a
I will
question.
call
also.
you. Okay, next question.
Sir, one question. I have a question.
Go. Get up. You guys, get up.
I
You
have
are
a
taking
question.
more time. Next fellow. Next fellow.
सर गुड इवनिंग सर माय क्वेश्चन सर उन्होंने सर एक क्वेश्चन पूछा
No,
आपसे-
your question.
हाँ,
Don't
sir,
worry
मुझसे
about
related
others.
question.
Don't
Sir,
worry about others. You walk on your shadow.
ओके सर मैंने आपका एक थॉट पढ़ा था कि जो इंतजार करने वाले होते हैं उनको सिर्फ उतना ही मिलता है जो कोशिश करने वाले होते हैं, जो छोड़ देते हैं उतना ही उनको इंतजार करने वाले को मिलता है। तो सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि आज इंडिया में सर जो एजुकेटेड जो अर्बन सिटी में सर जो एजुकेशन को प्राप्त कर रहे हैं, तो सर उन गरीब बच्चों जिनको एजुकेशन नहीं मिल पा रही है, उन गरीब बच्चों सर जिनको एजुकेशन मिल ही नहीं पा रही है, वो कहाँ तक आपके इस थॉट को प्रतिबिंबित
You
करता
are
है?
giving a lecture now.
नो सर
Short
नो
question.
सर सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि आप सर कैसे बताएंगे कि उन गरीब बच्चों को आपके इस थॉट के द्वारा ऐसा क्या प्रेरणा मिल सकती है कोई एजुकेशन प्राप्त करें?
Now, I am putting forth one idea. You all understand, okay? You want new idea on education. I am saying 9th class, 10th class, 10 plus 1, 10 plus 2, 4 years. You reduce the syllabus 25%. Okay? You reduce the syllabus? Similarly, a degree class, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, reduce 25%. Because you asked a fantastic question. 25% reduce. This 25% for secondary school people, you give a skill training as a part of the education. Okay? Skill set. That secondary education fellow, when he finishes 10th, 10 plus 2, he will have 2 certificates. One is passed 10th class, 10 plus 1, 10 plus 2. Or plus, you will get a skill certificate. That means he becomes employable. Do you follow? So, when he comes from the school, he becomes employable. College fellow, you get a degree. I am saying, you reduce the 25% of the syllabus, give him the expert skill, higher level of the skill. So, he will get a degree and diploma. So, when they come out of the college or secondary school, they become employable. Do you follow? Follow? That's the question, answer to that fellow. Last question here, last question. Yeah. How I became? I don't know whether I am an enlightened citizen, but one thing I want to tell you, that I had a great teacher, Shiva Subramania Ayya. I had great books when I was a young fellow, okay? Light from many lamps. And Thirukural, or Tamil, 2000 years back it has come. This Tamil book, Light from Many Lamps by Wilson, and great teachers, okay?
I am APJ Salman is my name.
Well, good luck for you. Yes, get up. That fellow, that white shirt fellow. Last question, white shirt fellow.
Good evening, sir. Sir. Good
That's
evening.
the last question.
Sir, my
No.
name is. Sir.
Everybody's last question. Okay, I'll tell you solution.
Sir, my name is Rajniti Sagar, sir. I am studying political science at University of Delhi, sir.
Political science you are studying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, which class you are there? BA?
BA second year.
BA second year?
Yes, sir.
Political science you are studying?
Yes, sir. Sir, my question to you, sir, as you are a scientist and we all know science and technology are boon for us. And even we all are here in Heritage Center because of science and technology. But, sir, even scientists know what they made that is missile and explosive would never give lives to anyone on our lovely planet, the Earth. In reference to terrorism and what happening in Syria, my question to you, what is
your question? Good question you ask.
Sir, my question to you, sir, what is your emotions and sentiment, and what your soul tells when you see missile and explosive made by scientists brutally killing the world humanity?
Okay. You stand. You don't sit down. You stand. You stand till I finish the answer. You know, you see this? What you are seeing? Yes. What you are seeing? Bulb. Not bulb, light you are seeing. Light, the electricity discovered and the application with Thomas Alva Edison, you get the light. Okay? Telephone, will you spark? Graham Bell, you remember, okay? When the aircraft flying, you remember whom? And E equal to mc square, who discovered? That E equal to mc square can generate that equation, small equation, light it can generate. It can generate, cancer treatment can generate. It can also generate bomb, okay? It's all who is using the bomb. Right? Who is a good human being is there, he will not use it. Last 50 years we have not used, okay? Okay, good luck for you. Friends, since I have to go, lot of people waiting. One thing I want to tell you, my mail is apj@abdulkalam.com. apj@abdulkalam.com. Send a mail 24 hours. If you want autograph, say, I need autograph. Autograph, photograph, answer to your question. All the three. Okay? Yeah. Yes, sir.
The Director, India Habitat Center, Mr. Rakesh Kakkad, will now give the vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to please remain in your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to please remain in your seats.
Respected Dr. Abdul Kalam, President, India Habitat Center, Mr. Kiran Karnik, may I request all the audience to please sit down. So we are really grateful to you for having delivered such an inspiring and profound lecture, which was interspersed with so much humor also. And we will definitely follow up on some of the ideas that you have given to us during this lecture. I would also like to thank all the members of the audience, especially the youth who have come in such large numbers. There is an equally large number, sir, sitting outside. Since the hall was full, we could not permit more people to come, so they are sitting outside. So I'm grateful to all of you for having come in such large numbers. I'm also thankful to all my colleagues in the India Habitat Center who have worked on making this annual lecture a success. We do hope, sir, that we'll have more occasion to interact with you and learn from you and be inspired by you. Thank you, sir.